Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Court Cutting TV, Buforge Tax Preparation, Bravos Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Monzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are. It is Friday, July 18. We are, as usual, broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. Looking forward to seeing what's on your mind as the weekend begins. I have interesting bits of news, a survey that you want to participate in, and some random commentary about things that are going on out there. So I hope you have your favorite beverage around and you're ready to engage. Boom, let's get started. And we're going to do this very, very quickly because I'm excited. As previously announced by Mayor Munguia, the public consultation, My Malecón Reborn, was formally launched today. We talked about this a couple of days ago, and this is a call that will allow citizens to provide our opinion on the future of Puerto Vallarta's main promenade, a must-see for tourists and locals. The infrastructure will undergo a rehabilitation and expansion process during which a decision will be made as to whether it will be open to vehicular traffic or not. The consultation will take place from July 17 to August 4th as part of the effort to improve the downtown area and jointly develop the next Puerto Vallarta Historic Center Management Plan, with a vision to have it ready by 2030, or that's what the press release said. When we first talked about this, we were wondering, well, how do we participate? And now we have the answer. There is a survey, and this survey is online, and it is available on the city's website, and I'll share the link in the show notes. I looked at it this morning. It is no more and no less than a good old-fashioned Google form, the same form that I use to get people to sign up for the spotlight interviews, and the same form that I've used for other surveys that we've conducted here. So I will share this with you in the show notes. Needless to say, the survey is in Spanish, but it's free to fill out. I filled out mine this morning, and I think hopefully the city will take our answers into account. This one also makes me feel good. You may remember that a few days ago, a couple was caught or was videotaped sauntering around the Malecón area with a lion on a leash. Now we learned that a joint operation between Puerto Vallarta security forces has resulted in the seizure of this lion at a home in the Independencia neighborhood. The operation was coordinated by the Public Security Commission, which included the participation of the Attorney General's Office, the Navy, the National Defense Force, the Ministerial Police, and the Federal Attorney for Environmental Protection. Now the authorities are conducting a thorough investigation to determine the circumstances of the seizure and assess whether any animal protection laws were violated. This joint operation demonstrates the authorities' commitment to protecting the safety and well-being of the community. The way I read this is, if you're going to have an illegal pet at home, don't flaunt it. Don't take your illegal pet out for a walk. And if you're really going to keep a lion as a pet, well, just rethink your strategy, maybe. Moving right along, we are kindly reminded by our friends at Banderas News that if you have a yellow line permit in front of your home or your business in Puerto Vallarta, remember to renew it because renewal time is coming up. This is the yellow line permit that some businesses are able to obtain from the city to prevent people from parking in front of them. There is a procedure to get one, and if you forget to pay for your annual fee, you might lose it. President Claudia Sheinbaum called on the United States yesterday to acknowledge that it has a serious drug use problem and asserted that President Donald Trump may be lacking information about what the United States is doing to curb illicit drug trafficking in response to the United States president's accusations. They have to recognize that they have a serious drug use problem, Sheinbaum stated. She also emphasized that as long as the United States government does not acknowledge the drug addiction problem among its youth, the tragic situation of the drug trafficking between Mexico and the United States cannot be fully resolved. And we wrap up the first batch of news with a slightly ironic one. As you know, Mexico City is celebrating the 700-year anniversary of the founding of Mexico Tenochtitlan, with giant pre-Hispanic pyramids and monuments and so forth and so on. But they've also produced a spectacular video mapping show, which is called Memoria Luminosa, or Light Memory. And this is being projected at the Metropolitan Cathedral and at the Zócalo from July 11 to July 27. But it has begun to generate unrest within the Catholic Church. The audiovisual exhibition, which traces and details the events of the past 7 centuries, from migration in Aztlán and the founding of Mexico Tenochtitlan to the election of 2 female heads of government, those 2 being, of course, our President Claudia Sheinbaum and Clara Brugada Molina, the head of government for Mexico City, has sparked anger and discontent with the Catholic community because part of the light show recognizes the legalization of abortion as part of Mexico City's history. The Archdiocese of Mexico City has spoken out against the projection of various legends and images that, and I quote, deeply harm the faith and principles they profess. So much for the division of church and state, clearly defined in our Constitution here in Mexico. And with that, let us turn over to the weather just to see what's going on out there. Boom, 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 boom. Let me switch over. That's not new. That cloud looks like David Hasselhoff eating a cheeseburger. We've read that before. Maybe snarky weather needs to get some new random phrases. It is 29 degrees out there right now. Humidity is at 76%. And our weather forecast for today says we're going to enjoy mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 46%, a high of 32, and a low of 24. Then tomorrow, Saturday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 21%, a high of 32, and a low of 23. And then Sunday, mostly clear skies in the morning with rain in the afternoon, with a chance of rain of 58%, a high of 32, and a low of 24. Moving right along, this one got me all excited because this is something that I've never seen done here in Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta is set to host its first official parkour event, and I hope I'm pronouncing that word properly, parkour event. The Parkour Challenge Vallarta 2025 is marking a new chapter for the city and the sport. The event will take place on October 25th and 26th. And in case you don't know, parkour is a dynamic physical and mental discipline where practitioners navigate from one point to another, overcoming urban or natural obstacles with remarkable efficiency, agility, and creativity. It demands a unique combination of strength, endurance, coordination, mental focus, and precise technique, making it an ideal comprehensive sport for young people. In my mind, I'm excited about this because I'm sure it'll be fun to witness and it'll certainly be fun to photograph. Last but not least, as we turn over to your comments, I'm happy to report that with a diverse program, educational activities, and strong commitment to decentralization, the Jalisco Philharmonic Orchestra closed the first half of 2025 with more than 27,000 attendees across its 45 performances. This number includes seasonal concerts, performances in various municipalities across the state, museum activities, family functions, talks, and open rehearsals, consolidating its role as a key player in Jalisco's cultural landscape. For the second half of 2025, the Philharmonic will continue with a robust agenda that includes its participation in the 32nd International Mariachi and Charreria meeting, new auditions, and its third season of concerts. So, to that lovely English speaking musician local who once said to me that Mexicans don't go to the symphony, all I can say is tómala. And with that, let me see where we're at. Oh, a quick little reminder. Why not? We are doing this week, and I'm very excited about it. Let's take a look at it again.
What do Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, and Smokey Robinson have in common? They all came out of one place, Detroit, Michigan, Hitsville, USA. In the middle of the civil rights era, one man, Berry Gordy, built a musical empire with a simple mission: make music so good it breaks every barrier. From street corners to global stages, Motown wasn't just a record label. It was the sound of young America. Join Paco Ojeda for Stop in the Name of Soul, an engaging, music-filled presentation featuring 10 iconic recordings that tell the story of Motown's rise, its revolution, and its rhythm. Expect legends, expect stories, expect goosebumps. Stop in the Name of Soul will take place at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work on Thursday, July 24th at 5 p.m. Tickets are 300 pesos cash, available at the reception. Seating is limited. Get yours early.
And that is that. Now let's take a quick look at your comments this morning. Boom, boom, boom. Good mornings, good mornings, good mornings. I love your good mornings. Thank you so much for those. Thanks for the survey link. Yes, that'll be in the show notes today, Barbara. It's in Spanish, but it took me like less than 5 minutes to answer, and I'm sure that it can be translated into English using your web browser if you don't master Spanish. And those are great questions, my dear question queen. Who would keep a lion as a pet? Don't get me started. Let's see what else we have. More good mornings, more good mornings. Let's see. Michael, our friendly community. Oh my God, before I forget, Michael, thank you so much for your kind offer yesterday to sponsor a stay in Yelapa so that we can capture some video and help propel or move forward this notion of supporting Alexis Velasco in getting enough scholarship money to do his studies in France. I am so grateful to learn from Alexis that he's already received some inquiries, and I've already coordinated good dates with him in which I can go to Yelapa and spend a weekend and take a look at the casitas and film the casitas and also do some videoing around Yelapa. So thank you very much for your kindness. It means so much to me. And Michael comments, I hope they jack up the fee again like they did a few years ago for the parking pass and these yellow lines. So many streets in Emiliano Zapata are blocked off. I'm not talking about the handicap ones, but there are entire city blocks that are blocked off. The reality of those yellow lines, at least the reality that used to be, is that you could maneuver your way through the system in getting one approved. I don't know if this is still the case or not, but Michael, you are correct. There are. Oh, am I going to sneeze? Hold on. Oh, I caught that one just in time. Yes, there's a lot of abuse with all those yellow lines, and so hopefully the city is trying um, to decrease that. Laura asks, are there not laws on keeping dangerous animals? Yes, there are. Wouldn't monkeys be the same? Yes, they would. Of course, it's totally different if they are rescued and taken to a sanctuary. There are laws to protect animals in Mexico, and there are ways to have protected species as long as you do the due diligent paperwork. One of the most popular situations that we see here in Puerto Vallarta and nearby beaches are those people that walk around with an iguana, encouraging tourists to pose with the iguana. It sounds like a great novelty act, and you are feeding a Mexican person that is carrying the iguana from one place to another, but that is not allowed. I mean, there are research institutions that are allowed to have iguanas and other animals in captivity, but more often than not, the person that is walking around the beach with an iguana on his or her shoulder just found the iguana um, in the forest, in the jungle, and is trying to make an honest living. No harm in that, but the bottom line is unless you have a permit to flaunt your wild animal, you can't. It's against the law. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much for a concert report, Barbara. I'm so glad that you're going to all kinds of things. I'm not familiar with Luis Angel Medina, but that sounds like a wonderful event. Thank you for sharing. Param pam pam, param pam pam. We need to get caught up. I want to meet the family. Welcome back to Puerto Vallarta. Okay, that was probably not for me, but that's okay. John. John is in the house. Good morning, John. How are things going? I learned from John. Can I talk about it, John? I don't even know if it's confidential or not. But John is a playwright, and he's going to be doing a play in Puerto Vallarta that is independent of Teatro Sin Borders. And I'll check in with you to see if we can talk about this. And hopefully, once you get closer to your performance date, John, you will come to the spotlight and tell us all about it. Let's see. Oh, my baby brother, Corey. Corey's watching from Oregon. It is good to see you, my friend. I'm so glad that you and the family are coming back to Mexico in December. How fun. Motown is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Michael asks, did you notice that if the survey for the form is only residents or is it for tourists also? Interestingly enough, the survey does not capture demographics. They don't ask whether you are of a certain age or a certain nationality or anything. The survey does hold on to your email address. It expects you to give an email address. So if you're concerned about spam, you may want to choose whatever email address you use for spammy purposes. But no, there was no demographics involved in the survey, which personally I would have included. But, you know, I am me and the government is the government. What can I tell you about that? Boom, boom. Yes. And let's see. It is really, Karen, it is really for anyone with the link. So I would encourage everyone or anyone who is concerned about the well-being of the Malecón to fill out the survey. And again, you'll find the survey address in the show notes. Can't wait, says John. And and I'm so glad that I'm not the only one who didn't catch the meaning of Harold's comment. Harold wrote, "Who cares about wooden monkeys?" And Laura says, "Harold Sokolov." If it's some kind of idiomatic expression, I'm not familiar with it, but that's okay. We are done. We are done for today. As always, I thank you for your comments, your questions, your suggestions, your participation, your support. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for more coffee, more headlines, and more stories. Have a great day.